What is up, guys and gals and guys? Space Unicorn here, bringing you some hot frag action. Today, guys, we're going to be telling you guys how to win ZapGirl for free. That's right, for free. That means you're not spending gems. And some basic tips, 5 easy tips and tricks to help you with this particular event. Now, before we get in the video, I need you guys to be a huge favor. I need you to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is genuinely appreciated, and I cannot do it without you, as you guys really make this fun for me, even with the videos doing not very good right now. You guys still make it fun, so thank you for that, and let's roll into the video.
Zombie apocalypse.
Alrighty, guys, so as I stated before, we are doing the ZapGirl event. So realistically, if you want to get her for free, do the event. It's not that hard. It takes some learning, but once you get it down, you'll be able to master these events and do super well on them and never have to spend gems on the character again. I need 2 more wins to unlock the character. I'm going to take you guys with me for those wins. As soon as we get into the matches, we'll start talking about tips and tricks. Now, let's get into the match. Alrighty, guys, so we are into a match here. We are against Litman035. Realistically, so the first tip and trick I'm going to tell you guys, and it's going to sound really dumb, is make sure you're on a good Wi-Fi connection. You will thank me. You really will. I know that sounds so simple, but you really notice having a good connection in these matches, especially since the servers are kind of a little bit lackluster, for lack of a better term. Having that connection really helps you in the long run. The next thing, that's realistic, that's going to be tip number 1. Tip number 2 for these events, understanding the cards that you have on the field will make all the difference in the world. If you don't know the cards you're playing, you will consistently struggle with them. So by taking the time to understand the cards that you have at your disposal, you're really going to maximize your effectiveness with these cards. Now, I have a slight advantage over my opponents here whenever I get ZapGirl because I've been playing her on the test account, whereas they have not been. And there really is a difference from that. The next thing that you're going to want to understand, guys, well, tip number 2 is what we just kind of talked about briefly. Understanding all the cards on the field, and not just some, will really greatly improve your chances of winning in these events. I know it seems so understated, but understanding your cards is so important. Now, the next thing that I'm going to tell you guys to do, that not a lot of people are going to tell you to do, is look for advantage pieces. Advantage pieces are pieces of your lineup that give you a really good play or advantage over your opponents. These can be anything from an individual card to an ultimate ability. It really does not matter that much. As long as you know the card well enough that you feel it gives you an advantage, you are in a good position. Knowing the card your opponent has, knowing what card to select to get yourself that advantage is super important as well. And I am playing and talking at the same time, guys, so if it feels like I ramble at all, that is why. It's also probably why I died there, because I had put my phone down on my knee so I could use hand motions. So those are the first 2-3 tips. Like I said, understanding them right now, for instance, just for example's sake, my opponent right now is running his sorry about that, shooting cards. My opponent right there was in full defensive mode. He was determined to sit back there and wait for his team. He was running his OK, I believe it was. Was it last match? I don't remember. But realistically, by switching to the cards, I fell back on defense, waited for his AI to trickle through, and took those fights. Next tip that I want to give you guys actually goes along those lines. Tips and tricks is pick your fight. Don't let your opponent dictate to you what's going to happen. My opponent has an absolutely stacked lineup. This is going to be hard. Yeah, this one's going to be really hard, guys. I don't know about this one. Yeah, that's what I thought. This one's going to be difficult, boys. This one's going to be really difficult. His lineup is so good, it's silly. So good, it's silly right now, boys. That and my Lucha is completely ignoring me, which isn't helping. Got him. Shouldn't have won that fight, but I did. Man, guys, this is going to be hard. This one's going to be rough, boys. I don't know. Okay, Jack El Padre damage didn't actually happen there. That makes me sad. So Jackie Chan is shooting through a floor. Go figure. Bro. His cards are so much better than mine. It's disgusting. It's actually disgusting how much better his lineup is than mine right now. Somebody explain to me how those missed? Bro, hit the shot, Space. My AI has yet to listen to me to go to attack. Guys, we're in trouble on this one. This lineup is not there. My opponent has literally just short of meta. Duality Stella on attack? Like, are you serious right now? Like, how on earth do you get a Duality Stella on attack? Like, that's just ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. How do you get that lucky? Bro, my lineup is garbage compared to the attack this lineup can dish out. Absolutely garbage. Like, look, they're not even playing defense. Bro, that lineup was trash, guys, compared to that offense he had there. Duality Stella? Really, game? Wow. Duality Stella Desper. I had nothing to counter that. Unfortunately, guys, you will get matches like that. I would like a rematch against him where I actually get a card to counter that. I literally had 0 counters for Stella there, and it was just... realistically, you run Stella in that situation, you're in great shape because it's not going to go well for me. Alright, I have a volcano. This line is much better. Alright, so as I was stating, guys, understanding your opponent's positioning and knowing the card they're on is super important. I knew that guy was going to run Stella. Obviously, it's the play to do there. Unfortunately, there's just not... I had nothing to counter him, at least nothing efficiently to counter him. Stuff like that really makes all the difference in the world. Bro. I have to say, give me that kill. Now my AI is going back to the defense. So the next thing you guys are going to want to do in order to start winning these matches more consistently, do not trust your defensive AI. You will be better off not letting them do anything. The defensive AI in this game is really bad. And that's not an exaggeration. Defensive AI in this game is a joke. By not trusting them to do things, you're going to give yourself a better chance. Obviously, not guaranteeing you the win because sometimes your lineups are just so lopsided that you can't really do much about it. There we go. Nice little kill there. Man, dude, I'm still a little flustered that they gave him that and didn't give me a counter for it. Like, realistically, with the draft events, ideally you get a nice counter. But I had nothing to counter him. Sometimes you get those, though, you know? And you don't want Volcano on a tower. That's for darn sure. Not bad. Going up top. And nope. Apparently this tower's not down. It's about to be, though. So like I said, understand which cards are going to give you the advantage in the fight. That's really all you can do for the card selection. Obviously, draft decks are completely random. So with your knowledge of the cards, you have to pick and choose your fights. As I stated in the last match, is a prime example of I got nothing to counter that Stella or the Duality. And that just put me in a really bad spot. Realistically, you need something. Most of the time, you can make something from a lineup very, very easily. As you guys can see, we just won our ZapGirl. And realistically, she's a very good card. I like her a lot, guys. But for our tips right now, we have make sure you have a good connection. Know all the cards in the game. Know which cards give you an advantage over the cards that your opponents have. And Another thing that's kind of understated, guys, with these matches is timing. Learning how to pick the times whenever you're going to attack and whenever you're going to stay and play a different direction or a different play style is very important. Whenever you see, sometimes these events are a little glitched and you get double damage the whole time. It's not supposed to be that way, but it does happen. You know, and realistically, you have to understand that, but whenever that double time comes up, you want to maximize your effectiveness on it. That double time really allows you to shred towers. My opponent here has gotten one good card to fight my lineup. I'm not going to lie to you. So the timing super important. As you can see right now, we're in double points. Double points is good for me because I have a better attack setup than he does. The one thing I got to be careful of, though, this darn Marco Polo. This Marco Polo is going to be annoying. So we're going to play it a little differently. Bro. All we're doing right now, guys, is we're just kind of floating around, trying to get in position here to where that meatball's not going to destroy us. That meatball right there would have been bad. Very, very bad. Now I'm going to get his tower here. Good job. So the timing for that, guys, was important. The reason you let your character die there was because it allowed me to get a protection bubble on the BB, and the BB allowed me to finish off the tower. Just little things like that in a draft deck, game mode, make all the difference in the world. I know it seems so simple, but it really does make all the difference. So we're going to win this match real quick, guys, and then we'll sum up everything that's been going on. This avalanche. So it does go that way. Interesting. Oh, I missed. I thought I had a good jump there, guys, but it didn't look like it. Double times in play. There goes the tower, and I win. I will finish out this event, guys. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I do hope you guys enjoy it. I do hope those little tips help you out. Once again, to sum them all up, make sure you have a good connection. Very, very important. Make sure you understand all the cards in the game. This is underrated and also super important. Number 3, understand which cards give you an advantage over your opponent, especially whenever they are playing a card that is very strong. Like I said, unfortunately in that one match, we had nothing to counter that Stella. Realistically, I killed her with Jack El Padre, of all things, which, I mean, you can do, obviously, because I did it, but it's not going to be enough to hold him off. Number 4, understand timing. Timing, guys. When to push, when to play defense. Super important and effective in your holds and setups. And last but not least is, how do I put this? Have fun. Okay? If you're not having fun with these events, take a break from them, come back to it. It's better to take a break than to stay on a losing streak and lose your whole thing. That's how you're going to win this without spending gems. I hope you guys find this video helpful, and I will see you legends next time. Bye-bye.